Alright, hey, how is it going? Good, I hope. Let's look at some angle bisector problems. So, first of all, a bisector is anything that well, let's say if something is bisecting something, it's cutting that something into two equal halves. So an angle bisector is a line or a line segment that divides an angle into two equal parts. So, for example, here, this line segment here, FG, is cutting, well, over here it says, I mean, it looks like a bisector just from looking at it, but you can't assume just from looking at it. But over here, I'm telling you that FG bisects angle ABC, so it truly is a bisector. Um, and which means that this angle measurement here and this angle measurement are um, are congruent. This here and this here, right? They're equal. They're the two halves of this greater angle here, right? So knowing that information, if you have a bisector, you can figure out some cool stuff. Um, not real concrete or applicable to much, but this will come in handy later on. Um, so just practice the skill for now. So the line segment FG bisects the angle ABC, and that's how you write angles. You did talk about the 3 points that define the angle, with that middle point being the point that is the vertex of the angle. So ABC. So FG bisects ABC. The measurement of angle ABG, so this guy, is 7x plus 30 degrees. Let's say, let's call them degrees. We could measure it in other units. I didn't really specify the units here. Let's just pretend we're talking about degrees. And then the measurement of angle GBC is 11x plus 22. That's this guy. 11x plus 22. Well, but since we know that FG is bisecting ABC, and AFG and GBC are the two equal halves of that angle ABC, that means we could, that means that these smaller angles are congruent to one another. They have the same measurement. So AFG is congruent to GBC. So that means we can set 7x plus 30. Oops. Plus 30. Actually, I kind of want a new color. There we go. Plus 30. Is equal to 11x plus 22. So this allows us to just solve for x and then figure out the angle measurement of each one, and which would allow us to figure out the angle measurement of the entire thing. So let's just do that. Let's find out all three. So let's solve for x here. So this is just straight algebra again. So let me get the x's on one side together. So I'll subtract this 7x from both sides of the equation, so that'll move over. So we've got 30 equals 11x minus 7x, which is 4x. And then we've got plus 22. Now we want to get x by itself, so let's move that 22 over. So 30 minus 22 is 8. And then on this side of the equation, all we have left is 4x. So now we just divide by 4 to get x by itself. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. So x equals 2. That's x. That's not the measurement of one of these angles. So let's use that information to figure out the measurement. So ABG, angle ABG is 7x plus 30. So 7 times x is 7 times 2, which is 14, plus 30 is 44 degrees. I didn't say degrees up here. Let's just call it degrees. 44 degrees. So we know each one of these is 44 degrees, which means the whole angle is 88 degrees. let's say I don't have the picture up there already. Let's say it's a word problem. Um, MO bisects. Sorry, I should label this as a ray or a line. Let's call it a ray. So MO, the ray MO bisects um, angle QRS. So let's draw that. Um, so an angle is defined by, oops, um, oops, just trying to put arrows on the end, so it's clear that these are rays. I don't know, I just want to make them rays, I guess. So an angle is formed by 3 points. Oops. Okay. So I've got the angle QRS. The middle point is the vertex. So this I know is R. Let's call that Q. Let's call that S. MO bisects that. So let's now I'm just kind of being sloppy. So call that M. Make another point O. Okay, this is bisecting it. So QRO is equal to 5x plus 3. ORS is equal to 2x plus 15. Find the angle measurement of each. So again, since this, I called it array, we could have just called it a line segment. You know, if it goes on in that direction too. Either way, it's being bisected, which means that QRO is congruent with ORS. So that means I can set their angle measurements equal to each other and solve for x and then figure out what their angle measurements are. So I'll let you finish that problem up, and good luck, and I'll see you later.